incriminate myself. I've got good lawyers. Okay. It's fine. Just for the hell of it. Yabona ufuna umtesta ummeli wakho ukuthi great le degree ayifundzela. Every day ukhipha LTD, every day ukhiphela in jaywalking. Asekakhiphele nje yabo corporate espionage. Asitangafika la phansi. Hayi dog asikugelanga lokho. Ngingacabanga ukuthi akangwana khona lama crimes lawa dog.
Amangale.
Asekuse dog abute wena ekuse babuphela in corporate espionage. Ifucking. Ngawusho ukuthi yathi kuthini? Sengivayile.
Bonakele ke manje.
Sengivayile.
Yalake bonakele baba.
Yeah, so kufuna ngihleke test. Anyway.
But I was saying, you guys are the only people that are more recognized than each and every other creator.
When you say, okay, yeah, no. But there's a reason, though, if you think about it. Because now I follow Ishi comedy back to when it started really being this conspicuous. Ukuthi nje say it's out there. Ungakhona kuyi-tracker back ukuthi iqale la. Ukuthi iqale kuvela kanje. It didn't just happen. Ukuthi people suddenly like comedians, yabona. There's a time when all of this started. See, ngathini angisho nyalo the world and social media usebenza nge-influence, especially social media. Algorithm yakhona ithi who's doing what and what are they influencing. So now ubuke ama-comedians, and when you look at humor these days, humor angathi for some reason it just started blowing up. People just consume a lot of humorous stuff. Everyone wants to put up a meme. Everyone wants to. Nanyalo, when you're on the phone, there was something funny there that you people are going through a lot and they want humor, so they will use comedians a lot for comic relief. Watch the movies, Nanyal. Watch the movies. Even in movie le angimati mina Sylvester Stallone afani, yabona. But namhla they'll give him a line or two where he's funny because he what you call concentration span yet has become shorter. So from time to time unufake ijoke nyana then bese sesiyavuka. Qhubeke. Exactly.
I see.
So I think,
and that's why that's why my comedy movies as we continue growing up, they're making more of them, more than the action movies. They must be like content or
it's I think it's the other way. I haven't been seeing a lot of good comedy movies if you think about it. What wedding death at a funeral type of movie. Think
I see those ones.
Stepdad, the Step Brothers,
The Step Brothers, yeah. Angry Grandpa.
You know, Abasaki, the ones. There's this guy that I like, Will Ferrell. He does a lot of comedy movies. That awkward looking guy with curled up, that white guy. He was doing a lot of lama movie la comedy. But Zach Galifianakis, that guy wagu Hangover.
Oh yeah.
You know, the really funny guys. This guy, this is his persona.
Nobody actually cover. Oh, there's this guy. You're watching it.
You know what? It's gonna be smashing.
Yeah.
So, but Nyalo, I don't know, man. I think they're trying too hard.
But I recently watched a good
Which one was
comedy.
that?
You People.
I think I've seen that one. What is it about?
It's about black people and white people. How it's two couples. The guy's black.
Yeah.
Then the
I didn't see. Ang ibona nga I think wapeli date. I think ngayicala. Then kwase kucala lokcharge lapho lokubhafarisha konda so I think wapeli date. So I didn't finish it. As I go there.
And but anyways, let us start the show.
All right.
So I think what's happening. This is Talk Entertainment and Art, and you are tuning into the T Podcasts. If this is your first time on the channel, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. But if you've been here before, then you know that we come alive every Monday right here on this spot. And on today's episode, we have a fellow comedian who is been in the industry for some time and has done good work and has made us laugh and has made us cry to the extent like laugh now and cry later. That extent. Mdura's in the building, ladies and gentlemen. How you feeling, my brother?
Yeah, no, this is my first time on a podcast.
You've never been into a podcast.
This podcast. It's you guys are doing an amazing job. First things first, let me just put it out there.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you guys are doing a proper setup. Guys, you should see the lighting. You should see the lighting.
LED
You look at the lights. You look at the people in the studio and you see the lights. It's you guys are doing an amazing job. I've been following the podcast, and hence I came here. And apologies for I'm gonna come through it, but yeah, things happen. But I'm excited. I'm here. I don't know what I'm gonna spill out. I don't know what you guys are hoping for, but yeah, just be prepared for a lot of English.
Poison.
Oh, that's why it's called the T podcast.
Yeah,
no.
But the T stands for Talk, Entertainment, and Art.
Oh, yeah. That's dope. If you're close, I'd be doing that. It's nice.
So that's the niche a lot of people miss.
Oh, that's cool.
But more than anything, but ungastshela nje ukuthi who is Mdura and how did you end up being a comedian?
Yeah. I think every time I get asked this question, Yabona, it's very difficult to describe yourself.
Yeah,
because you never honestly get the out of body experience of yourself. Which describe, but I just say that I'm a good vibes type of person.
Yeah.
Like I'm a talker. I'm a bit loud. I'm got good skin. I don't know if that gets into the profile.
Boys.
Yeah, I know I've got good skin.
Boys.
Yeah, I think I'm a vibe type of guy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm just a comedian. I'm an entertainer.
You're an entertainer.
Yeah, I'm a performer. You give me people, you give me the stage. I'll definitely do something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were you always the loudest person in school, or you were just
I was
funny person?
I was very balanced, I think.
Yeah.
I was shy, but I had a lot of I was smarty pants. Let me just say that.
Yeah.
I had a lot of funny things to say, intentionally and unintentionally. I was always with a group of friends, especially in high school. I was always with a group of friends that we always quarreled each other.
Yeah.
We Nancy High School, I think me and my group of friends, they're just going through a lot. We came from different backgrounds and not. So we just go through the day by quarreling each other. So I think that's maybe mostly where the humor came from. We just loved to laugh. Yeah. Dog, every day. We laughed with each other. We laughed at each other.
Yeah.
In fact, they laughed at me very first day I came to the school because I think I was the last guy to get into the class because Baputa won't start school when. So when I came through, I think they showed uniform. So when when I got into the class, there was nobody. They were at the science lab. So the deputy just showed me, was okay, here's your class. So I went in. So think about this. You are new in this environment. You are new in the school. Nala class in awati sikna bani banu hlala kuphi. So now I had a situation. If I sit and they find me sitting, I'm on someone's spot.
But I'm
food, and that's not how I want to start my first day. If I stand, I look awkward.
Exactly.
Because I look like the coward.
Yeah.
I'm skinny, I'm short. You know what I did? I went to the corner and I said, I don't know who sits here, but if he finds me by the corner, he'll feel disrespected. Chances are he'll confront me or not. If it doesn't, then I've won. It did not. So that's how I claimed my spot.
Yeah,
that's how I claimed my spot. Yeah.
But how does comedy get into the picture? Like,
yeah,
as you taking it as a career, a professional job.
So what happened was, in 2010, I was at home. Gap year, but it was not one of those. Oh my God, I'm taking a gap year. It was a forced gap because a gap year, it's we decide. A gap year, we test my options. A gap year, we are decider, and you take a conscious decision. You say, I'm taking.
Yeah.
For me, it wasn't like that. It was a matter of I need to upgrade some of my subjects.
Okay.
So I would call it a gap year. So at that time, some of my friends got into VAS. So there's a friend of mine who used to come back with Emma stand-up comedy videos about Richard Pryor. I think that's the first one that I saw.
Yeah, Richard Pryor.
Yeah. That was a G. So that's the first one I saw. Then he kept coming with Trevor, coming with said.
Which Trevor Noah? Is it the Trevor Noah?
It was the first one.
The first Trevor Noah.
It was the very first time when he did the day walk.
Oh, day walk Trevor Noah. Trevor Noah was crazy.
He wasn't being smart there. He wasn't being a genius or he was just being straight out
wasn't
funny.
working for no white man.
funny. So
it was funny.
So I was like, this is dope.
Yeah.
I love that thing. I don't know what it is. Because this is my first introduction to stand up.
Yeah.
And the movies that I used to watch and the stuff that I used to consume. Back then, comedy was good, it's nice. But I was always into some kind of humor.
Yeah.
I see this thing, I'm like, I could do this.
Why?
So I started writing jokes.
Yeah.
It was in 2010. I started writing jokes.
During World Cup.
During World Cup. During World Cup. Not busy waka jokes. I'm writing jokes. I don't even know I'm going to perform this thing. I'm writing jokes. I'm not the performer. I'm just writing jokes. So sometimes what I do is I would edit some of the jokes.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I like this thing. I kept the joke book. So fast forward 5 years later.
It's called a joke book. Like a lyric book.
Dude, it's the whatever thing that you're doing book.
Yeah. Oh yeah, okay. It doesn't matter. It's whatever you're doing book.
Whatever you're doing book.
Yes, the content book, whatever.
Yeah, podcast book, whatever. Yeah, podcast. So notebook. That's why it's a notebook. Yeah. It's for taking notes.
It's taking notes.
So on my joke book, I bully my brother into listening to some of those horrible jokes. And then fast forward five years later, my friend becomes director of entertainment, Mvasi. Then he says, please be the MC at the Freshers.
Yeah.
So I MC, and the following
5 years later, it's like 2015.
No, it's not 20. My math is off. 5 years later is 20. I think it was 20. Yeah, 2015.
Yeah.
I was doing my last year in VAS.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so 5 years later, after the gap year. So 5 years later, I'm emceeing the Freshers, and then some guy says MC the comedian. He was a comedian at that time.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know him. He was doing comedy at that time. Nabo Shakes. Because Bo Shakes, they started A.
Yeah.
So he says, hey, there's a comedy competition. Don't you think about auditioning? I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I go to my joke book from 2010.
Yeah.
I'm
like, I want to ask you, from 2010 to 2015, you were not doing any comedy?
Nah.
Nothing.
Never. Nothing. Angicabang.
Consumer
nje just like everyone would say, oh, sekuphume Kevin Hart, lo musha, hey, sekuphume. Ngiyayconsume nje, I'm not actively, there's nothing comedic anyway. I'm not emceeing any gigs. I'm just a student.
Yeah.
And then I went to my joke book. I open it up. I'm reading everything there. I'm like, oh, why the hell would you write this? Wow.
Such judge.
Judge
applied.
5 years ago, Mdura was not funny. Then I take it. I go to the auditions the next day. I did not sleep, just going through these jokes. We got to the auditions. Babe Macford's bands at that time. Larry Mhlanga, who then became my manager later on. So I get there. There's a couple of guys who are auditioning. Get into the room one by one. So it's just you and the judges there, which is awkward.
Very awkward.
It's like making the two of you guys laugh. It's very awkward.
Nah.
It's quite awkward. So I get in there. I'm doing the jokes as they are. These guys are laughing, obviously, but it's a bit awkward. And then I go through. So yeah, it started through the competition.
Okay.
Yeah, started through the competition. I went through. We went to the semifinals. We did the show. Some got eliminated. Then we went to the finals, and yeah.
Fast forward,
Smalls. No.
Oh.
Wouldn't that be I was in the top 5.
You were in the top 5?
I was in the top 5.
Smalls won it.
Yeah, Smalls won it.
Ooh.
Smalls won it. Deservedly, though.
Oh, yeah, he
deservedly. He had really good material.
Nah.
Because the competition is about material.
More than anything
It's not
else.
about technique. It's not about... He had good material. And he was a well-deserving.
Okay. But do you think this competition, they play a huge role in one's career? Like in a competition?
A good role and a bad role.
Yeah, nah.
A good role, a bad role in the sense that sometimes we are utiotigeja and you get terrible judges.
Nah.
Of course, a terrible judge of character. Right? Terrible judge of character, terrible judge of talent. Uthatha someone umfake in a competition when they are not ready to become that thing that they are doing. And when you judge them based on my expectations as a team of judges, meet my expectations.
Right.
And then when now you decide after that, nah, I'm done with this thing. I think we've lost a lot of artists who my competitions than we've actually
people.
gained.
Yeah.
I mean, when I went there, I was going to judge myself as a stand-up. Would see, can I do this thing? Like, is it something that I can do, or it's just a pipe dream? I don't even know why they call it a pipe. Why do they call it a pipe dream? Someone just woke up and said it's a pipe dream, and we all said it's a pipe dream. So I wanted to judge myself and gauge myself as a comedian. So on the first night, I thought I did great.
Yeah.
I thought I felt like muscle memory. So apparently they say we've lived before in this world as something or one thing or the other. So apparently your memory from then comes back and it kicks in and you're like, how did I do this thing?
Yeah, once in a while it does.
Apparently. I don't know if it's true, but I felt it when I got there. I was like, I've done this thing before. Like my muscle memory from, I think, Shotzi Legbo 3.58 BC. It kicked in. I was like, I know what I'm doing and this feels right. And I've done this thing before. And I know what I'm going to say next.
Yeah.
So I was just there killing. And then I was like, yo, I know this thing.
Nah.
And then we got to the finals now and I do the same thing now with different material.
Okay.
Because I changed my material in the final. And then the judges said what they said. And I was like, nah, these guys are wrong. I was like, these guys are wrong.
It takes guts to say that.
No, I said these guys are wrong.
Yeah.
I remember I went back to school and I was like, nah, because I was still in university at the time. So you know what I did? I gathered all the guys that were in the top 5.
Yeah.
Even the winner and everyone. I said, come here, let's do a show. So I put up a show together in one of their SLTs, their lecture theaters. I put up a show there, invited people. It was $10. And I went into the rooms and I advertised the show. Like every room. I remember there was one room where I got in and this lady said, nje wena ucabanga ukuthi sinama laptops bukela abo Trevor Noah sesinombukela wena nga-10 rand.
Wow. Yo. I will kun.
It happened. We had a great show. It was so I was headlining that show. I wanted to prove to people and to myself that nah, man, I can do this thing. So I headlined the show with everyone that was there, and it was an amazing show. And that's the day when Larry came up to me and he said, "Yo, dude, let's work together. I'll manage you, and we just professionalize this whole thing." I was still doing the final year then. So while I was like putting together my final year project, and I was putting together the gigs. Yeah, about $200. Yeah, $100, a plate of chicken and chips.
What?
No, not 6. Nah, those are DJs. Nah, that's
Never fair to that.
It's DJs. Nah, that's that. What DJ number 6?
But like you say, even in comedy, you experience such things. You know, like no, you don't get the type of money you deserve. You know,
bro.
The platters and everything.
I'll be honest. I think at the stage that I was in at that time, I didn't mind. And it didn't take, because you must earn your sport.
Fair.
Yeah, but my lecturer wage wathi ungabosaba kwenta tinto for free so that you increase your value.
Fair.
Because at that time you are able to make the mistakes. Because mina nje na ungafika kimi uthi no excel mara usifani ngithi mara nale nkukhu longibhadele ngayo bengasimnandi. I can do that. Ngisaqala, you understand? Ungibhadele nge6. Yabona nale 6 yakho ayingitsakwa nawe yabona. You can do that. Uvumelekile. You are allowed to make mistakes at that time because you're not wasting anyone's money. Yabo. And then as you grow and then your value increases. It increases. Then now, because you know now what you're doing, now we've got the experience. So it happens in every industry, bro. Even nasepoleni, the first contract I signed na Messi wasn't humongous.
Exactly.
Humongous. Big words. It wasn't that huge, but he had to earn his spot.
Exactly.
He had to start scoring the goals. He had to have the profile. And then it gets to a point where like, you know what? Ungasangibhadali nge-6.
Yeah.
Salonga 24.
Yabona.
Now it grows.
It grows.
Nangabe kuyi-6 asale kuba ice drops. Washo abantu. Akube sale kuba ice. Ngiyacela ice drops. Awukathi nekuyibita mara uyayifuna. So it grows kancane. Then you get to a point where like, you know what? Now I mean I don't. People give you what they feel like you're worth.
But don't you think that statement comes with a little bit of disrespect?
I don't think so. I really don't. Sometimes people need to be educated. Sometimes they don't know. There's people that call me athi Mdura angathi noma sengiyakubulala yini, but mina this much uyabona. Akati lo muntu asiwapost ema-rates ethu online. Yabona. Now ngasi nje wena you wanna book a South African DJ. Awubathi bonke bachaja malini. Yabona, because it's a rumor naloko ukuthi uthi yena uchaja maybe 30 grand. Uvile nje ngebambu labambukile somewhere. I understand. So people don't know these things sometimes. They really absolutely don't know. Like, by ignorant. I would say disrespect. Then you teach them. That's where the rate card comes in. Where you put up a rate card and you say, mine, for 5 minutes, this is how much. Nasisitolo na ungena ukhanza kune king size bakutshele i-king size ngeke bese ngithi mine imalini king size nyalo
Dawa na king size
ikhona but ayisasi
yeah,
it's that
the
one
550
let's say in 10 bucks. Let's say mabom in 10 bucks angeke ngisingifika esitolo ngiphethe 10 bucks ngithi mine base esitolo ngiyaba disrespecta kuse ngifuna icoke ya 10 rand yabona bona batanginika le coke leng10 rand.
That's worth 10 emalangeni.
That's worth 10 emalangeni. Ngeke bangivetele nangena esitolo ngisengidofuna emateki ibudget yami 100 bucks. But was boy hamba lapha nangizaneni akhona. We understand ngendeka mina angathi
yabona.
So sometimes we need to educate these people. Mina nje I can't say that I feel disrespected. They don't know. Exactly.
Honestly.
They don't know. Some of them.
Okay, I see what you mean, and I'm fully supporting your statement. Now, the information is not there.
Wena nje ungangibhadala malini for 10 minutes. Let's put a figure out there and make this practical. Now that's what you now
for 10 minutes.
Thing you want him to come to perform comedy. It's a comedy session. It's a comedy session.
Yeah.
Utsinje wena Mdura, I'm putting up a show or a axi show. It's an event.
Yeah.
But you need performance for 10 minutes.
For 10 minutes.
Yeah. How much would you put on?
I'm the 6.
When you pick that thing up, you know I can kick you from here. Like
I'm doing you too short, bro.
That's what she said. So as I was saying, not to me.
Not to you.
Not to me.
You didn't say that. But yeah.
How much would you like?
But like, be realistic.
Just be realistic.
For 10 minutes.
For 10.
For 10 minutes, not more than 500.
Okay. All right. Okay. My ulcers are acting up now. My anxiety is not more than 500.
For 10
minutes.
Yes.
You see, meaning to young disrespect. Charge way more than that for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like even the market and the standard industry rate. I mean personally, would say mean Mdura.
Yeah.
But even show upcoming comedian, that's not even close to what they should get paid or what they get paid.
Okay.
No matter about corporate rate, even if it's a 21st.
Okay.
Okay, for you, maybe it's 30th. But no matter say 21st, that's like not even close.
That's not even close. I want to ask you,
but you're so ignorant. It's not that you are saying, you are speaking the truth.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because I'm not aware of how comedians charge. I was about to ask you that.
Exactly.
So it's in the standard rate.
Yeah.
The standard rate, I don't want to put it out there and say standard rate is teeny because I'm misinforming people.
Oh, okay.
And benchmark.
The benchmark.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm not gonna put a patinje kwasho kanye just throw. Just throw, put a figure and throw. Don't just it's way higher than that because we talk back sale. Let's say you're paying $500, right? Where is the gig? It's practical, you know, so we're putting it into practice. Where is the gig? Where do I live?
Yeah.
See, let's say I live in Mabom, let's say I live in Baban.
Mm.
Because I look like I live in Baban. Let's say I live in Baban. Where is the gig?
Theater club.
It's at the theater club. Now let's take it a bit further and say ngihlala kuphi eMbabane. Let's say I live eMbangweni. Right. Ngihlala eMbangweni. I-gig inini isikhathi?
3 p.m.
It's 3 p.m.
Yes.
It's a mean. All right. And probably it's themed.
Yeah,
right?
themed, yeah.
Either it's corporate, which means I must look corporate.
Yeah.
Or it's casual, which means I must put up my casual. Like
casual
this.
clothes.
Look decent,
Yeah.
look respectable for you and the audience.
Right.
So that people will respect the event, because even the performers look like they align with the event. So now, petrol. I'm an upcoming. Let's say I don't have a car. I'm still, taxi. Right? Because I'm not going to go into a combi.
Right.
I'm not, because I'm going to be unreliable and I'm going to be late. Ngafuna ngigibele lapha ngiyojika ebus rank ngende in. How much is a taxi from Mbangweni to the theater club?
8, 7, 8.
Nah, it's more than that now. That's not within town. Now that's out of town. Let's say it's $100.
That's 100.
I'm returning. It's a return trip.
Yeah.
It's $200.
That's 200.
How much do I have left?
It's tough.
How much do I have left?
300. Now you have
I have 300.
Yeah.
Your thing had a poster. So I was sharing the poster with my own data in my own phone that I bought with the other 500s that I was getting paid.
Yeah.
So what phone am I using there? I'm not using an iPhone. So, but I'm posting and I'm putting my data.
Yeah.
I'm promoting. More people are seeing the show because you booked me because I've got a couple of people that follow my work.
Exactly.
So now a lot of people that you couldn't have had access to,
I have access to now.
Put money on that.
Yeah.
How much would you pay me for the marketing of that event with my own data?
Yeah.
I'm putting. I haven't even gotten to what I'm going to wear.
Yeah.
I think I should stop.
Yeah, you think? I
think I should stop. Also, you must remember that when you pay someone with a degree, the mali lompatala yona, awumpataleli ukuthi agibele, arente, abe nescaftin. You also put something called just a signing on fee. I'm just paying you because you can do the thing.
Yeah.
Like the amount of years you spend ufunza this thing.
The experience.
So now pay me for my ski. You can make people laugh. I take the risk of waking up and making people laugh.
Nah.
You understand? Anything can happen on the way there, to and from. Nangathiwa, I'm going there and I'm in an accident. Not covering that because I don't have workman's compensation.
Exactly.
That's on me.
Hey.
So you see, this thing is not a closed circuit.
Yeah.
You're not paying me to cover my bills. You are paying me because I'm good at what I do.
Nah. And you deserve that amount.
Exactly. But people don't know that, and you must teach them that. They pay you as a teacher because you went to VAS. You spend time. You spend time learning this thing, cramming this thing, not sleeping. You paid loans. You're paying back the loans now.
Yeah.
So pay me for what I went through. So pay me for the time I write, where I don't sleep. And I try out this material like 23, 28 every Thursday. And some people say, boo. And I come back the following week and people say, oh, that's fine. I worked on it. So put money on that. Yeah, bon.
For all the struggles you went through.
But you see, now we're all learning.
Yeah, now we're all learning.
Yeah,
now we're all learning because as you are mentioning all of those things, like it makes sense for you to be paid that your whatever amount you deserve.
It makes a lot of sense because these are the same people that say, "Mina ngeke ngize ngiyobukela comedy show yemchita ngiphinze ngihlale naye ekhumbini." Who's supposed to buy me the car?
Because I don't have a car.
I don't have a car. And utotsa, I mean, a very celebrity lehamba ngekhumbi angithatha. South Africa makes their own celebrities.
They literally do.
They make their own. Who's the 1 million people following McG?
Yeah.
What's in McG? Road to 1 million. As South Africans, we will like 10 times if we can.
Yeah.
The South Africans, they are the ones that make their own celebrities. You try to do a show here, you say people must come through to the show. But you know, when I did my very first show and it was sold out and nobody knew who I was. At that time I was just LOL comedy finalist. Nobody knew who I was, but it was packed. It was sold out. You know why? Curiosity.
Yeah.
Curiosity more than anything. A lot of people were like, we really, we want to see. Hey, then they 1 hour, what a tell my jokes. What a tip. And then first 5 minutes you're like, stop on. 10 minutes. Yeah, but nje kusaqaphela. Sesibona.
30 minutes in between.
30 minutes ngabe ubhalelwe ngibani. Phela phela hey lo mfuthu uthwele lo ngeke. But lokusalako sengidlile le mali yakho sobhadele wena yabona.
Uhlekile.
Bayithenga bayithenga ukuthi ngifuna kubona le timba thengisako ukuthi dzabukini ngilokho ngihamba ngiyoposta ka Facebook. Yabo you selling something else ngeke ngifuna kubona. Afika ibamba ayigcoka ayinwebe. But ingatsabuki ngeke apost athi this is a quality product go buy from him ngeke aseyitsabuki asisike ngiyabhala lana nje kunalomnye umthengisi lengithenge kuye la ngeke ngimusho ngeligama but une threats in yangatsabuki ke I understand
what you mean,
but we don't make our South Africans will defend their celebrities as much as they will attack them because they take it personally. You are our people, our person.
You are the one representing us.
100%.
I wanna know what are some of the struggles that you as a comedian you've experienced throughout your whole career?
It's people not understanding what comedy is. Sometimes you'll get a compliment. Hey, awuphuma athi umuntu hey yabona hey le nkulumo yakho beyimnanzi. Uyabona ukuthi le ukhulume kahle zaze zahleka. Uyabona? What's after a corporate event? No, my son. That was a really good presentation. I loved it. While you were presenting, as a comedian, you're telling stories, real stories. Your struggles, you're in. It's one of the struggles that have also for me become a good motivation. It's just teaching people what comedy is and making them understand what comedy is. People will heckle, people will over heckle. I don't have a problem with hecklers. People will over because it's dialogue nemuntu. They need to understand ukuthi you are getting me off my yabon. So it's teaching people before you actually do the things. Telling people don't record. You understand? You can't record it because I'll use this material again.
It's your IP.
I'm performing here now in Babani. Then I want to do a tour of the country. Right? You're a performer and you're recording. Awati, honestly, awati. Ufuna nje wena ukuthi ngifuna kuyokhomba bosibongile ekhaya ukuthi yelo mfana uhlekisile yabona. Then you're recording this thing and we post after that, yabona. Meaning so performer maybe small. By the time I get there, people are finishing off the joke. It's a struggle. It's newspapers writing the joke as it was on stage and people reading about it. It doesn't sound the same now, and now people know what it is. It's obviously sometimes not getting what you deserve. Right? It's sometimes people using your material for commercial purposes and not asking for permission. It's good struggle because in Zababa copyright we're still fighting with that. Sometimes ukhanze sekunestage lesidlala i-video yakho beta bathi coverisha so stage wena so ubona bangena nemakhamera ngaseni fika lapha bafaka camera lapha, next thing they have your content. And I mean there's one that actually came and recorded a show that I did with Tenji a couple of years back, I think in 2017. They recorded the show. They kept the content. But yeah. But that's my content. Yeah, so those are some of the struggles that I think we share as universally as comedians in the country.
Imagine how are you guys? Do you think is it something that can be fixed now, or it just has to do with the IP and copyright?
I think that's not even only just comedians. It's just an industry.
Like an industry thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
As creatives.
I don't know, but ikona body that I remember was put together, I think last year, that is currently working on that issue. Yeah, copyright. So hopefully it's nazi once someone takes something yakho and they use it because it's intellectual property.
It is.
Ungakhona ukuthi umbophe. Bayawutshela umbopha kandaba zabantu ngeke usube nayo. But we are hoping that at some point, we I remember when I did a show in Zambia last year, Z Love Festival. So they were recording. They asked. They sent us letters. As when you get on stage, utobe kunema cameras. We're recording the material. But that's okay, cool. They recorded the material. Then they wrote us letters a couple of months. But sign stage is saying the material. And we sign off so that they can give the material to the stage.
Were they gonna give you guys a percentage or is
No, they paid us.
Well, they paid.
They paid us.
Oh, okay.
They paid us. It was playing on Zambezi Magic on DSTV a couple of weeks back. Yeah, so they paid us for the content.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
so in some places it works differently.
Yeah.
We're just going for a comedy show. Next thing, people who are paying us for the content.
For the content, I want to know what's the best experience you've had as a comedian
on stage or off stage.
On stage, off stage, just your whole career.
It's not one.
It's not one.
It's not one. Yabona ukuthi when you're doing this thing, Trevor Noah spoke about it the other day, imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
Sometimes uba ukuthi yabona one day batangibamba usilembulethe ngendawo lena. You know, as a creative, because there's no template, bro. There's no template. I know 100% I'm doing it right. If I got a call now, would say, yo, bro, come and open for Kevin Hart, Madison Square Garden. First, I'd be like, oh my God. Then I'd be like, yo, do I even have the content?
Hey.
Am I good enough? Maybe I'm good law.
Yeah.
So there's things that happen sometimes when you perform that validate the fact that you are on the right track.
You're on the right track.
So this one time, I was in Cape Town.
Bro, you've been traveling, man.
Doing a show. And I've been blessed. I won't lie, I've been blessed.
You've been traveling, boys.
I've been blessed because I can't tell you, this is how it happened. I know it happens if you do this. I've just been blessed because sometimes I'm in the right place at the right time.
Nah.
You know. So I was doing a show in Cape Town. Well, Tenjo was doing a show in Cape Town. Then she invited me to come through. Then after, she's like, let's go try Cape Town Comedy Club. So I go there. I've never done English. Because the people that come to the show, especially my shows at Tenjo, obviously, black people that just understand English, Zulu, Xhosa, Swati. So I was doing mostly the Swati. So now I'm supposed to do my first English set. I'm not prepared.
You're not prepared.
I don't have English jokes because you don't translate your Swati to English. You must have English jokes.
Yeah.
So I get there, Cape Town Comedy Club. It's all. I'm like, yo. I must channel my inner Saint Marks now. I must just dig deep now and remember those English language classes. And so I get there, I'm given 5 minutes. 10. They gave me 10. And when I got there, I don't know what happened. Again, muscle memory. I just was eating the whole time for 10 minutes. I got out and there was this table of, I remember there were 14, I counted them. 14. He said they were coming in from Oslo.
Yeah.
I think in Norway. There was a show that Trevor Noah was doing there.
Yeah.
So they missed it by a day. So they'd booked tickets to go to the show.
Oh.
So they find out because they're traveling arrangements on the same day. They're traveling. So nabafika bona balende Cape Town, they just went that's about it for comedy Cape Town Comedy Club. So when I got off stage, they asked me to come to their table. They're like, dog, listen, we were going Trevor's show in that was in 2018. Trevor's show in Norway.
Yeah.
And they're originally from there.
Okay.
So we get here, we're like, let's just watch comedy. And then we see you and we feel like, you know what? We are not missing out on anything there. I was like,
damn.
Don't give me a big head. Just stop. And then, I really got a lot of good reviews. There was one guy who, I don't know if he's a booking agent or what, of the Melbourne Comedy Festival in Australia. I was like, yo, try out that line, try out that. Thank you.
You're perfect fit for it.
So, moments like that, they validate your work.
And it's not just like a once-off thing. Like as you continue doing it, you see the reception is great.
The reception is great. Sometimes you doubt yourself. You feel like I haven't done enough to feel like I'm on the right track. But once you are home stage and then you get such reviews and then you feel like, you know what, I'm on the right track. Because Lana, you create the track. It's not like you find a track that
Yeah.
think of it like this. You are a Swazi comedian and no one else has been to Cape Town to come back and give you the reference.
Nah.
As a Mdura, when you're performing in Cape Town as a Swazi comedian, 2, 1, 2, 3. So when you are just there being the first one, it's not nice.
Yeah, it's not.
It's great, yes, to come and say, I was the first, but it's not nice. Yeah, but it's always nicer for the people that come after because they can come to you if they want.
Yeah.
And say, yo, bro, you went there. How was it? How can I do it better? We're saying, I'm jealous. First things first, just speak English. Start with the English. Do you have the English? Yes. Okay, cool. Pop culture or grand? Yeah, sure. Then you're good to go.
Do your jokes differ as you touch base on these other countries? Do you find something you can speak about on that country, or you just tend to generalize everything?
You can compare.
You can compare.
You can compare. They don't know anything about your country. You understand? It blows people's mind when you tell them things like, yo, in my country, we excuse me, in my country, two Indies. They're like, what? And we're okay with that.
Yeah.
They're like, no, tell us more. You understand? It blows people's minds when you tell them that we've got one TV station.
Yeah.
Like, what? Tell us more. So Gibo, it becomes a compare and contrast. Yeah, but you're teaching people things that they don't know. Because if I'm gonna come into the place and start talking about the place, they already know the place.
Facts.
Yeah, understand?
Facts.
I can't tell them about their own place.
Yeah.
Yo, they're like, dude, we're over that.
Nah.
You can compare.
That makes sense.
Dude, we're over that. You find that fun. We found it funny
way back
30 years ago. Yeah, but so you can teach them about yours. Right? Like labanye misconceptions, for example, about where you come from.
Yeah.
Teach them that. Tell them things that they don't know. But obviously the humor will come in.
Yeah.
Tell people about your life. Tell them what it's like growing up, where you grew up. What kind of games did you play? They were on PlayStations. Die. What is die? Show them. And they're like, what? This is a game. Yo, guys, you guys grew up rough.
Yeah, you can get hurt while playing that.
Tell them things. This one time I was doing a show somewhere, because now I'm afraid of saying where, because you're gonna say,
nigga, you're a tourist. Tell us the location.
It was in Tanzania. There were Cubans there. It was like
what are Cubans?
From Cuba.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I'm an ice cube. Okay,
they were Cubanese. So it sounds like they were Cubanese.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So the Cubanese. So I was doing a show there, and there were different people from different countries.
Yeah.
Because most of them they're like expatriates in the country. So which was nice, because now it's like you are performing in Cuba. You are performing in Zimbabwe. You are performing in Botswana.
Yeah.
You're performing in Japan. You're performing in. So it was nice because now shows if the guy from Japan laughs, then if you go to Japan, they'll definitely laugh.
Yeah.
Because they get your jokes.
Oh, okay.
You get it. So I was laughing because onge la nationalities lawa about 8 or 9. Bekakhona onge basebenza eTanzania. So they are in Da. They've a comedy show, they come through.
Okay.
So now you're telling them stories. The Zimbabwean says, I can relate more because I'm closer to Swaziland. The one from Botswana, this is almost similar. Same population, similar. So the one from Japan is like, I can't relate, but
it's funny.
This is funny. Yeah, but
yeah.
The ones from Cuba, but like, you know what? The way our country is set up, it's almost like yours.
Yeah.
Because there was one TV station, there's one telecommunications, there's one that, oh my God, I didn't know there's this other. Then we have a conversation.
Oh, okay.
Right?
It's like a conversation starter.
A conversation starter. Then now you know, if you were to go to Cuba, you know what to say.
That is amazing, man. You've been at it, and we appreciate you.
Thanks.
No lie about it. We appreciate you. I wanna ask you, do you think comedians have it easy when it comes to generalizing urban culture? By urban culture, I mean
Yeah, I was gonna ask. I was definitely not gonna let you pass.
I got you.
I was gonna ask, bro.
I got you. By urban culture, I mean turning your IP into currency.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Would say you're a comedian. How do you turn the comedy into money?
Into money.
Yeah. Do you think comedians have it easy?
I will take it to Swaziland.
Yeah.
Because I'm not 100% sure how
About
they
the
do it in other countries. Because batokutshela about TikTok, some get paid through TikTok.
Yeah.
I can 100% tell you definitely that I don't know how they do that. I don't.
You don't?
I do not know. And for now, I don't really have a huge interest in it.
Is there anyone who gets paid on TikTok here in the country?
I don't know. We could just put it out there and ask. If they do, here's the problem. Here's the problem. People don't share.
Yeah.
People don't share information. People will not come back and say, you know what? But that share okay, mina la ngajoin isabani, then yena wajoin isabani, then ekugcineni sizothola 100,000 kanye kanye. Afuna ukuskema ke nabashare. People will not share information.
Can you please Google how you get paid on TikTok?
I don't know. Okay, some people
from abroad.
From abroad.
Because even on YouTube, it's because of our geographic location.
You can't monetize.
You can't monetize.
Your setting it's Swaziland. Yeah.
But some people what they do is angathi ke basibendela yini. Nomnye wangitshela ukuthi yathi tsini lapha ka YouTube ungene lapho usethi South Africa. Once ke seniba ready monetize ungena le mali. I don't know if it's true.
I don't know if that works. We'd have to ask.
Yeah,
see, YouTube you don't get ads.
Yeah, you don't get ads.
But in SA, now bugela anything, I'm cutting to the ad. That's how they get bored.
Oh. I think once you monetize and then you start getting the ads, it's like TV, because by advertise among generations, so that's how they get paid.
Yeah.
So I think it must be something like that.
Okay.
Because now you have the numbers. Now you're drawing a lot of people watching your stuff. But yeah, in Swaziland, I'm not too sure how they do that. But as a comedian, with all the following that you have, we've got comedians here that have got really good numbers, like Coco and Slwane, Bongiswa and Darren.
Yeah,
they've got a page. They've got really good numbers. Edlemban has got really good numbers. Dr. Shakes has got good numbers. So I think you find your own way to just try and influence stuff, you know, because already people are coming to your page.
Okay.
Yeah, but you find ways. I can't say all of them because I've got my own ways, right? If they want to know, tell them. But I think now, how can you turn that into currency? Because the whole IP thing, it doesn't work for us this side.
It doesn't.
And the money that we are getting is not coming from outside. It's coming from inside.
Yeah.
So you need to be creative. You street smart. Because how do you earn your money? So now I've found my own ways that I probably won't share now, but I found my own ways. Good thing it's with these numbers, I'll do 1, 2, 3. If you go through my Instagram or you go through, you can tell what's okay, obviously, even without saying paid partnership.
Okay.
Just like the same thing influencers are doing.
Okay.
Lana ngise Pick n Pay, ngiyathatha nje lena i-life boy, uyabo. Ngitoyichobisa then 2 more. Obviously, someone has said, I'm a Pick n Pay, I'm stalking e-life boy 9. And then when we'll talk about it because you've got clear skin or then it's a direct, it's as direct as that. You're sharing this and you get paid from you're advertising.
Okay, no doubt. I see what you mean. You're supposed to be street smart about it. Find a way to turn the IP into currency.
Go to template the corner. Like Shito, for us, the industry, we don't know anything much. No one has done it before. If you go to, even in South Africa, they are still growing it now, but they are still learning things. Because now you're starting to see comedians on adverts. Because it's about influencer hip hop culture. You start seeing comedians from SA now. They're going outside the country. They're doing, ever since Trevor Noah started the whole USA thing, they are looking to South Africa, and now the comedians, at least they've got a track to follow now. People are looking to South. See, now we still don't have that much. Here's the track. Last time back Sakanza kune blame, and we will remove it.
Umena.
Siyangena sometimes kanza kungeneka isiphume uyabo. We're still trying things out. It's still trial and error.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's more error than trial. So yeah,
kancane, but
it's bit by bit, but I think we've done okay.
I wanna have a conversation about TikTok because I see, a lot of people are funny.
A lot of people are.
A lot of people are funny on TikTok. So people might mistake the TikTok numbers for comedy.
100%, 100%. I like where you're going.
Yeah. How is it different?
It's different because TikTok akudingi ugeze uwethe petroli uphume uhambe uphinze futhi ubuye kuze ubukele ivideo yami. So it's easy for me to get 1 million. Let me not say it's easy because I haven't gotten 1 million.
Yeah.
Let me just say it's different. Loku sihlethilana nyalo nasicetha we're getting on the phone.
Yeah.
It's that easy. Ngisho ugululele phansi uthi yathi ngikhani kanje ku comic relief, you'll go on TikTok.
Right.
But then now there's factors when it comes to now people actually going to see you at the show and give you the numbers. Which is why, and I'm sorry to bring this up, but I have to look at Ketlembani's numbers on I think he's pushing about 300 and something thousand.
Yeah.
But mangakhe mavotela watfola nasebamvotela ukuthi abe
yabona.
Me I really wanted that for him. And I follow him on Facebook, but did I go there?
No.
I didn't go there. Yabo. So maybe Nami, I'm part of the problem. Because you watch something on TikTok, but now there's a show now. On TikTok, I don't have to advertise anything. Yet advertise the TikTok because I'll put up a video, you'll see it, you'll share it.
Yeah, fact.
It's not even like this and you go to Mdura. I say you check out the channel. But when it's a show now,
it's a different story. But don't you think it has to do with the presentation too?
Presentation?
Like in terms of what happened to Ketlembani, like the presentation, the way you are asking people to vote for you or the way you are presenting yourself. But it also happened
to Ila. Yeah, bon.
Oh yeah.
It's not one person that's funze corner where would see those numbers are different. That doesn't really translate to actual people.
Nah.
Labanye babo bakashane vele mbamba. So now check i-algorithm yakho ema states akho uyakhona kwabuka. Mina nje I remember when I was posting. Yeah, my insights akho. Mina nje when I was doing the videos during COVID.
Yeah.
I would then check my insights.
Yeah.
When about Taiwan, 10% in Taiwan.
Yeah.
So now ubala 10% wallet number if it's 100,000 people. Now but 10%, they mean how many people there?
Why are you asking me?
Because my math, I'm trying boma 300 million. Yeah, boy. Now it's 100,000, but it's okay, 10% wala boke yabona okay, shows 300 million people somewhere by Taiwan. 3% to say Russia, so it's boma 17,000 labo. Then you check out 3% to say UK. In Laban Labo, they can watch you from overseas. They miss home. They miss home. So they check the videos out.
Yeah.
And they come to the show. They can't come to the show. Labanye bala kangwane, but bakahlatsi. Yeah, ibona bakahlatsi and sinesite ukuthi transport yethu. If you don't have a car and mhlala kahlatsi, utokuta njani to the show yabona. Emaswati asengakayi adopt le culture yeku travela. Athi ngiyahamba nyalo kune show lekhona yamdurisa eMbabane tosuka la Mhlume ukha eMbabane. We'll watch the show, sifike sicethe sibhuke silale sijike sibuyele emuva. They've started adopting that culture because we culture lenvole. And South Africans do it a lot. I don't know if it has to do with how much money we have in our pockets and what's my priorities if it's groceries and we don't put much now and maybe budget here. We don't put much money on entertainment.
Thanks.
Because I don't put much money on entertainment. Yabona.
Nah.
Come on, booty mina ukuthi uyabona nasine booty nangayibeka nje. Sing booty then in. Kwasamine.
Kudla kwenkukhu lapha.
Exactly. How do you get kudla kwenkukhu because ngisela butini? Even when politicians have entertainment allowance. Entertainment entertainment is important.
Yeah, it's very important.
It's part of mental health.
Yeah.
Mental health. It's entertainment. So when I choose, which is your entertainment? Because I'm not gonna say clubbing is entertainment.
That's not
entertainment. It's not because nakusa now uvukuvela uthi yo ngehlise phoza lapha comedy is entertainment because you sit there and you get entertained.
Yeah.
Not figure grooving kwasanini kufuna niphinze entertain lo DJ ni wetsana
So hyper DJ. Kana umsebentweni phela usasebenza.
Ngisayosebenza kwani nemani yegroovini. Basathanda ukuthi ukuthi la besihamba nabo ingosi yamsiniwe asibone nabo. Uba sucedzile. Bathini. Baphinda nasi usayosebenza yokuthi ama-questions. It's not entertainment. Usayo-order 2 hours lapha kuphushwane kwenjanjani. It's not entertainment. Clubbing is not entertainment.
It's not entertainment. I think you finally put out that and you gave it a full reason why it's not entertainment.
It's not entertainment. We do it, yes. I'm not saying we should not do it. Let's call it something else, but it's not entertainment.
It's not.
Lapha niyasinyathela. Lapha seniyahagana lapha ungangidonsa isichongo hambe kahle. It's not entertainment. It needs you ukuthi ube yabo comedy you sit and do nothing.
Okay.
Nalokuhleka nje ukhanga sowuhlekile.
Yeah.
You don't put any effort and now phuma you feel refreshed. You're like, oh,
I needed that.
Oh, I needed that.
Yeah.
Waphuma eclubini wasi I needed that. I needed that. Azange. Have you ever woken up the next day after clubbing and said, "Oh, this feels refreshed"? Oh, never. Never. Comedy,
Never.
I promise you.
Never.
Noma ngabe kuthiwa umhlekisa akahlekisi into pheze nihleke kwakona lokho. Yo, dog, when he was doing that, it got so awkward. You're laughing about it. Now you've got inside jokes. Now that, now that. You feel. Ngeke uyibukele i-club. Ngiko i-clubbing ide ukuthi utayibukela. I-comedy ungayibukela online. You get entertained even through the laptop.
Yeah.
Uyibukela i-club. Kale so, ngisho nabo DJ nabamixa, bafake ama-mix abo 2 hours. Ngeke nje uhlale.
Tabaphiza ngaloku.
Clubbing needs you to go there and work.
Yeah.
I-grind lenye, i-part-time job. I-clubbing, i-side hustle.
I want to side hustle.
That's why people get paid to go clubbing.
Yeah.
To improve. Because clubbing is just about alcohol.
Literally.
Friends selling alcohol.
Yeah.
The more we drink, the more money they make, the more the clubs make. The winners are the clubs.
Every day. Every time.
That's why they're paying so much money, so much people because when they book club hosting.
Yeah.
Yeah, the clubs make money. What do you make out of clubbing?
Nothing. You don't make anything.
What do you get from it?
Nothing. Nothing. But do you think? I feel like the club hosting thing is just it's a bit overrated. You know.
But if people are paying money, you know, once people put money on something, then it's working somewhere.
Yeah.
Because you see, people go to the clubs like on a good name hosts. Uve basi bantu taba hosted. Wedani.
Nothing.
And then you see those girls. And then you're like, abakhulumisi balapha.
Yeah.
It works for them because they're all in the business of money. It's about money. It's not about you.
At the end of the day.
Abakweni ngoba bathanza wena.
Yeah.
Abanibite solanizo ngoba bathanza nini. Banibite ngoba ndothenga tshwala.
Yeah.
So they will do things
gcina
lapha nihlale kuphume ekseni uthi oh long. They need you to stay there for as long as you can. And it's not for your mental health. It's not for your physical health. One benefit of clubbing that I know of nangabe khona nayo sengikhohliwe.
Ikhohliwe. Asakhona ukukhumbuleka.
Ozakusinde kusocialize lapha. Siyakhafunelana lapha. Mdura. Boy. Excellent video yakho le boy.
Except I want us to play that one has to go Shandis that we usually do when we have people here.
Right. Cool.
So I think we're gonna do comedians because we have a fellow comedian. I think we're gonna do comedians. Ngakakushaya but
ngitaser mina nje. Fully licensed. 15,000 volts.
Tsinzakale nje. Phelile indzaba yakho.
Avumi ngothini.
Phelile. Ngicela ngabanga. Gogo noma Silwane?
Silokoko. As a comedian,
yeah,
like comedy,
yeah,
on stage, If I have to choose one, Slwan.
You choose Lwane.
Yeah, Slwan. Yeah.
And then off stage,
Hey, Coco is a killer actor, guys.
yeah,
Hey, Coco is a killer actor.
He's
Killer.
a very good
I won't
actor.
give Coco stand-up comedy because stand-up comedy is judged based on you. You know why comedians have used their real names on stage other than Gutsi, Babe Nemam,
yeah, like stage names,
stage names. Because we are corner go bane what you call the alter ego. Ungaba nayo
yeah.
Alter ego. Yabo Sasha Fierce. As a comedian, the alter ego, you are who you are on stage. You tell real stories. You don't write songs about people that are not there.
Yeah, on and off the stage, you are the
on and off
same
the stage.
person.
Mdura.
Yeah.
Mdura is not my stage name. It's my name. That's what people
Yeah.
have called me since ngimncane because it comes from Tutus.
Mm.
Isithina comedy sibitana ngala magama labhalwe lapha phasa etifiketini.
Oh,
You understand?
okay.
Because that's who we are even nansi on stage. So today, I left home and I didn't eat. Ngisho involendeki.
Yeah.
So I'm still me on and off the stage.
Okay.
So ngiko ngithi nangithi Silwane. Sona uba ngusilwane nje lapha yabona.
Yeah.
Kanzi Gogo I'd more say that's a theater act.
Oh,
which is really dope because usuke adlala Gogo la.
Yeah.
Hayi Mduduzi nkampo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
So when
it makes sense.
I'm comedy, ngiko
Makes
ngithi
sense.
Silwane.
Okay. We have, let's put Gedlembane or Dr. Shakes. Dr. Shakes over Gedlembane. Do you think who's a good actor? Who would like have a good role between the two?
Gedlembane is a brilliant actor. Gedlembane is a brilliant, experienced actor.
Yeah.
I think you saw him in Isit.
Yeah.
He's a brilliant actor.
I feel like Vinay is like that.
I haven't seen. He's like that. But that's the thing. Now when kunema parts akho la salako when you're playing a role. For example, batotsi you are actor, but kwata. Angeke ngifune kwata lokusha. Into kwata nje njengoba ngikwata. Like the way I act when I'm angry. Nangabe bese ngiyastatarisha. Into statarisha then that becomes the character that I play. Yeah,
okay.
Mina nje bek when you watch my videos, malume, sometimes he would shout, there are parts of me that are in that character.
What inspires the maskisa kabo malume? I want to ask you about that.
Yeah, so auntie, I had an aunt who was
like really like
then
that.
was we are cold, was we are poor. you know that there's that one bit where she comes back running like an actual thing that happened.
Yeah.
Well, there's time when Auntie Nombomelo comes back running. Afika bambuto ukuthi yini Auntie kwente njani afika phendi lapha afika bathi yini athi ngiyokulwa sisimanje lapha kawutsalaswa lapha. That's something that my aunt actually did.
I went.
Yeah.
Bakawushaya incindi baba.
Yeah, bayokulwa manje waba suyabala manje lapha bonudity.
Baba
siyabuka. Then I had an uncle Malme Kenneth, Malme Twana, but may his soul rest in peace. He was a fun uncle.
He was
the uncle even khona kuphuma kagogo nibuye seni yabona khona kunicover ishela nihambe naye kodwa ukuthi khona nifikeni kwendeni na ukhona ukubaleka nabomshana anatha nendini yena uyanatha ukhona ukubaleka nabomshana nje nakabuya athi bayekele man labantwana. It was that fun.
Yeah,
it was that fun uncle. So I did that one as a memory to him, just to keep him alive yabona.
Damn. And to put humor in that. That's pure creativity. That you can't fight that. Like you can't fight.
And also it was COVID and we were all at home.
Yeah.
So I just gathered my siblings and like, hey guys, let's just shoot a video.
Yeah.
And everyone was writing the scripts because my sisters would come and say, Yati malume namhla seke binkuku. We're like, yeah, man. Then because we never wrote any scripts, anything down. In the kids, the kids. Then they would go in. And then they started loving it.
Damn.
And they got paid from it at some point.
Yeah.
Which is what I loved about it. Because people would come in and say, tell us advertising 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Then I'd bring in the kids, do it. Then obviously nami funa ngihlenge bangidije
Yeah.
isibongo badoja doja lokhu kaka uyabo
Promoter now.
hawu
So banike ama-six.
ntwana wena nayi 6 yakho yemana ngizane emadanoni nayi 6 yakho nayi I'm kidding. One must go.
We have Darren and Aya Kid.
Darren and Aya Kid.
Mm.
Darren every day.
Darren
Every day.
Yeah.
No, except on Sundays because I'm usually in church. But Darren every day. Darren.
Yeah.
Echa Darren ngumuphi? Onglothi sibezile.
Yeah. Ngesho.
Yeah.
Darren, what I love about
Yeah.
Darren, that's who he is. That is who he is.
Yeah.
Like good it's a play act or it's just like that.
I think there's some idea sayikhuluma na Shakes during the podcast about doing special.
Comedy specials.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how do you feel about it? Is it something that we can be done la ekhaya?
I've done 2 specials here at home. 3 actually. The first one was the very first show I did. It was called Hella Fun. Then after that, I people don't know this. I got a DVD.
Yeah.
I think after because I did that one in February of 2016. Then a few months later, about 9 months later, in July the same year, I shot it a DVD. It was called some, but I don't remember what it was called, but I'll remember. It was a 1-hour show, 1-hour special, but I never released it because of bootlegging.
Oh.
Because I thought, okay, we've spent money shooting this, but the problem is we might not get it back if we're saying this. Like saying 100 rand, it's also munye, and then after that, it's just in every laptop.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I never released it. Then I did I shot another one in 2018. I was doing for around the country.
Yeah.
Everywhere where I went,
you
doing
shot
the same material.
Mm.
It was called I forget what. Yeah, but yeah, I specials, they do work depending on why you are doing a special.
To sell them.
To who?
Okay, nyalo ukuthi I wouldn't clear ukuthi singathengisela abani, but if we could find someone, let's say umvulo lo ka Showmax.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I was asking to who, because it can't be maybe to people. Because when you are right when you're saying sell them to, because when you watch other comedians, some of them they sell to my special is on YouTube. So actually someone bought that. My special is on because the streaming services. So that streaming services paid for it.
Yeah.
Play there, bantu ba click. So nyalo nje ngaba ukuthi maybe you're selling to ngabekisa Swazi TV.
Yeah.
I figure as Swazi TV, no, I'm gonna pay for it, and you shoot it, or they shoot it, cover it, or I shoot it and then I sell.
You sell it to
and now the problem is when you're doing a special, you have to gather so much content, and you need to have something to say. Awuvuki nje uthi ngicabanga kwenta. Ulingisa Adele now on the special.
Yeah.
I'm gonna release because I've got something to say.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if you don't,
you're not gonna
don't
release.
do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Do you think the comedy industry is big enough to do a roast?
Yeah,
locally.
Yeah, I think we can. Singawenda Emma roast. Yeah, especially because of social media.
Nah.
Because why am I saying because of social media? Cala besingakhona kwenda Emma roast because tothi sifaka Mdura. Nalo Mdura lesimroastako abantu abamati.
Yeah.
So they don't relate to what you are saying because in our TV, we don't see our people on TV.
We don't.
Kanti lapha nabasi nje ba roaster somizi. Bamati from idols.
Yeah.
So bayawathi ama mannerisms asomizi. Kusi nasekenda kanje ase ushem bayathi usho yena. So lana bebangeke ba relate, but I think now they probably can from social media nje. We can definitely. I can think of a couple of people that we can roast. I think the one person who owes us a roast is Ela.
True.
I know this because One thing I love about Ila, he's able to change everything into currency.
Facts.
Number one.
Yeah.
Number
facts.
two,
That's how he keeps winning.
he really, really pushes whatever is marketing, no matter how horrible the idea is.
Yeah.
Uyibone le idea lena uthi fam.
It's not the
No
one.
dog. Yabona dog mina I can change anything and make it dog. So Ila can.
Yeah.
Ila definitely
And
can.
that would definitely
Everyone
be a
would
good
be
roast.
interested in that because Ila can make that happen.
He can make it happen.
And anyone, you know, go to the achievement that anyone in the country can have something to say about
you.
Ila, even if it's bad.
Fact.
Like anyone knows something. Don't you talk about, parliament because they saw him do that. They know because he's done things for you. Actually, a roast is to celebrate someone.
Yeah.
It means they've done so much. Because if you fail so much and you succeed so much, it means you've attempted to do so much. Ngeke nje uthi ungena wena sowufuna i-roast. Yabona. Ngiva ngazuthi people like Ila, people like people like Ila, definitely Ila, not even people like Ila, a person that is Ila. I think Ila would give us a good.
Yeah, I'll probably need to hit up Ila.
Courtesy of hip hop, courtesy also as a roast. And these are people that can take it. And also you must remember, because a roast, also you must give as much as you are taking. So we want someone to figure naye asinakafika lapha. As I'm gonna take it. Kungabi nje ukuthi they are just there taking it. Ila can.
Yeah.
Courtesy can.
You know, I didn't know ukuthi Gumaros, they have people write the jokes, like comedians write the jokes.
Just like there's comedians that go on stage like babhalelwe jokes.
Yeah.
Everything in this world is scripted.
Yeah, like everything. You know, but like, doesn't that loses the value
even
of the
some
whole
shows
thing,
are scripted. Bro. They know who's gonna win.
Yeah.
True.
That is true.
Yeah,
that is true.
And because bayambona umuntu abane commercial value. Bafike bathi
who's gonna sell the whole thing.
Yeah, bafike bathi lo music lo wentiwang lo, all right. But utothengisela abantu. This one has got more value. This one has got Miss Ban. Those things are scripted.
Hey?
Those things have been written already. So same thing with Emma Rose, because think about it. Those are civilians. Those are not comedians.
Yeah.
Now ungasi give us a show. Lokhanza ukuthi kude lutho labangasiniketa kona. They have nothing. These are just some of them are influencers abakwathi nalokukhuluma. Funa bababhalele vele.
No babhalele.
Then they put the thing there, the teleprompter.
Yeah. Do you think having someone else write your jokes takes out the whole humor in it?
They have to know you.
Yeah.
Like Ndok Bexel and Kevin Hart has got I think calls them the Paper Cup Boys.
Yeah. Paper Cup Boys.
Yeah, the Paper Cup Boys.
Yeah.
So those guys are his friends from way back.
Yeah.
There's nothing they don't know about his life. So they know what it's a situation of what would Kevin say? What would Kevin do? So if you've got people that you are always traveling with, they know what type of humor you do. They know how you talk. They know how you move. It's not good since you're just bringing up some. Trevor has this guy David Kibuka.
Yeah.
Wasuka naye in South Africa. He was one of the writers of the Daily Show.
Yeah.
Right. So lo muntu ubhala from a perspective what would Trevor know? How when he looks at this, how would he react? Yeah. Then now also you bring the joke to the person.
Oh, okay.
So uyanginika mina le joke. Uthi Mdura 1 2 3 1 2 3. So bengibuka in what ngiyakwathi wena uthanza 1 2. Then nami ngiyayifine tuna into
if it's your perspective.
Exactly.
I see what you mean.
Yeah. But I don't know if I'd do it.
You don't know if you do it?
I don't know if I would do it. I don't think.
But it gets to the point whereby you get too busy that you actually don't have time.
But what are you busy with? Because as me, I think I'll always make stand-up comedy like first priority. That's why I do shows every Thursday. Every single Thursday, I'm doing a show.
Yeah.
Every Thursday. Because I don't want people Mdura comment. I don't want people to know me Mdura. That's not what I'm here for.
Yeah.
I don't want people to know me for it doesn't put any value on what I'm doing.
Yeah, you don't want to dilute the whole thing.
So as a stand-up, I feel like you always go back to stand-up. Trevor
show.
Because he just wanted to focus on the stand-up comedy so that his life.
Do you think if you don't do it more frequently, you lose the
lose it.
element.
You definitely lose it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
definitely lose it because if you're doing something, it means you are thinking like the person that is doing that thing. So I mean,
Okay.
everything and every situation that I'm in, I'm always thinking material will come out of this. Yabo. Ngitawuva ukuthi kusasa, I'm from nowhere.
Mm.
I have a gag on my podcast.
Yeah.
Why do people on podcast do that? Why? Yabo. My other eye, the comedic one, is always on flick. So there's no kumala, maybe I'll pick up something. Or maybe no bugela me gym like no man. In podcast they did the same thing.
Yeah.
Then I'll watch another one. Then I start scripting.
Okay.
But I need to always be in my comedy element for that to happen. But nangabe, for example, seng host a daily show, right? Now I'm always thinking news.
Yeah.
How can I flip that into a script for the news? Everything is content for the news.
Yeah.
Then a comedy comes late.
Okay. Makes sense. Yo, you're a very educated person in what you do, bro. And it's not more frequently where you find somebody who puts time and effort into doing something that has to do with creativity.
I think it's.
And you're one of them.
I appreciate what you're saying. I think it's the pain of knowing what you've sacrificed to do what you do. You don't take it for granted.
Nah.
So you want to be a teachable person and learn every day because you know what you've sacrificed.
Nah.
I mean, I've sacrificed so much. You know, you lose people, relationships, you lose sometimes even family, and
this whole thing.
You know how much you fought
Yeah.
to do something that no one believed in because there was nothing. It was not there. People were like, nah, but you know, when people say that and you start looking at the list of people that do this and are successful here, and you're like, then why?
I hate those words. I hate those words.
You know what? I always say I win because I'm from here.
Yeah.
Because chances are I've been Joburg with 3 million other comedians that want the same
and you'll be
thing.
a regular comedian.
True.
But lana sicala sibancane, you build yourself here. You build yourself here. When you go there, you are not there to beg for a spot.
Right.
You already have a spot at home.
Right.
Phela bokunak awukuncenga ukudla ephathini nawathi sendlini. Uyabuyela utafika ukhiphe inangza steak sakho udle.
Yeah.
Awudzingi yopakisha. So now ufika uthi ukhanza line. Uthi I 12 with this ndawudla endlini. So for me it was a matter of that. Kuthi nangifika ngikhanza bayakulwisa kunjani because phela must remember ukuthi you are going to New York. A million other people in New York from New York.
Yeah.
Who are here to try out.
Yeah.
What's so special about you? Utofika and just be part of. You are a small fish in a big pond. So so I mean, I've always told myself it doesn't matter where I go if they treat me like I'm nothing. Because I have you guys here. You called me here because you appreciate me.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but I assume. Ngeke ngiphokuncenga ngicela kungena ku-Mac. Cela ku-Mac. Manje ngene la. Noma sengisho nje into yinye ngifike ngi-ghost boy. Uyabona? No. Bakhona ekhaya bangibita podcast. You understand?
Yeah.
So that's how I look at it. So yeah, sacrifices.
Ihamba kanjani?
Yeah.
But kunalapha labathi ma-creatives akahambe la kangwane.
Akahambe in what sense?
Akahambe because
Less opportunities.
There's less opportunities.
Yeah.
You have a high chance of blowing up that side than locally.
Because maybe they are frustrated. Yabo alama 6.
Yes. But that's trying my point. I think I will get on stage and there's a DJ that's supposed to play my song. Now I'm coming on. I'd say, guys, I don't believe in my statements like I show band ukuthi sifuna hlale I gospel truth. Wonke umuntu une destiny yakhe. Uyabona. Lo munye uthi blow up ala Swatini. Wa blow up kuphi Boloja. Boloja waba big alana ahamba recorder i-album eFrance. Abuyela kangwazange Boloja sekaye kohlala emaveni kube njani in but he has played at the same level as the huge guys. Boloja is huge.
It's
Kakhulu.
very huge.
Uloja is huge ngithi
Very
lesimbona
huge.
ngemehlo that different because that's what you do now usekhaya na ubuya mina noma nangifika mina ekhaya bathi ngihambe ngogaya banenzaba ukuthi itolo bo host ema MTN Swama Awards
Bangenela.
abanenzaba ukuthi wena bowukuphi wena nangifika ekhaya ngingumfana. That's how they look at me. Sebanganginika nje le respect nabafuna but they don't. So nathi ukhanza umuntu which is not nice. Anginenzaba nalo kwasekhaya. But thine umuntu noma angaba nganani asifuna blow phela khaya.
Facts.
Thine sifuna ukuthi azabhekelela. Oh my God. Oh my fools. She was here. Bangafuni kumfaka kuma lineup.
She was here.
She was here. Bangafuni kumfaka kuma lineup la. Bamfaka lena.
Grammys now. Can't even talk to her. Grammy level.
It's tough.
Sebathwa kagogo. Tough out chef. Okay.
But before we wrap up the show, do you have anything else you want to say to your people? To all, where can they find you? Where are you at?
I mean, I
Recent shows.
I think what I
anything.
want to say is first, I mean, I've seen people support me here.
Yeah.
I won't be like other people. I've seen people support me. I've seen people appreciate me. I've seen people come to my shows. I've seen people like the things that I do, like you guys inviting me here for the podcast. It means a lot. I mean, you could have called, anyone.
It's been 2 years.
Called me. It's
Not
been
called 2 years.
It's been 2 years.
Yeah.
Yo, shout out to that.
No, so sizama ukuphola wena.
Oh no, I thought 2 years of the, not been 2 years.
It's been okay, a year
lying,
maybe.
bro. You're lying, bro.
I'm
Remember that
telling
one time we met at that show?
But
it was
we've been
before
running
that.
the podcast for 2 years now.
3.
3.
Yeah, it's been
Yeah.
3 years.
Now you can do that. Now you can do that. Consistency is not easy.
It's not
easy.
Yeah, I
easy.
was so
It's not
excited
easy.
the other time. Leah Belinda nje ngayilalela ku Spotify.
Yeah.
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 Consistent. Because ngeke ngangena kule channel.
Mm.
There's growth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yabona,
you definitely see the growth as you continue doing it.
you do.
Yeah.
But you want
And the
to
reception from people. Like,
It's heavy.
yeah.
bese
heavy.
sothi wena hala kangwane don't show me labang 200 laba likeile. That's love.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pure love.
Lenye langa, don't focus on the people that are not at the show.
Yeah.
Focus on the 5
True.
that are. I've done a show
Yeah.
that had 8 people and I did 1 hour.
Damn.
It was a one-man show and bengifake kasi lami.
Yeah.
Kasi kasi lozwakala likasi.
Nothing.
Likasi like kuma 8 webantu. Still did the 1 hour. So what I want to say is I see the love. I appreciate it. Maybe there'll come a time when I won't see it and I will say things but you guys must know that me, I've seen the love and I appreciate it. That's why I still stick around because I don't feel like the comedy that I do is for me. It's for people.
Nah.
That's why I would never at any point even ask you, also no videos, no pictures. I'm not for myself. I'm for them and
Yeah.
everyone else because without the people. So I've really, really appreciated people learning about comedy, appreciating comedy and putting it at the level. Nanga combine inombolo tema comedians nang 5 lakangwane. So I share my millions like on social media.
Yeah.
If you combine, babe 3-4
Yeah.
beautiful numbers.
Nah.
And there's a reason for that.
Facts.
We give, the people give back.
Mm.
Otherwise, I do shows every Thursday, 2328 Lounge every Thursday.
Every Thursday.
Never time for us every Thursday. So
What's the
Even
name
this
of the show?
coming Thursday.
Comedian Throwback.
yeah, throwback music and comedy with TJ Saibo. So we do the comedy, then we do the music. Otherwise, what else am I doing? I'll be traveling to Zanzibar and Tanzania. Or
Big shout out to the Zanzibar gig.
thanks, bro.
Appreciate it, though.
Shout out
Yeah.
to Vusani,
Yeah.
a local guy based in Tanzania.
Mm.
Yeah, even the first time I went there, it was through him.
Where?
Same thing even now. So
You and Super
Is,
need to go represent in the P-shop.
hey, bro, those guys are super. I can't wait. So we're doing the full moon party.
Yeah.
So I'll be hosting it. They'll be playing.
Mm.
It's in Zanzibar. Then there's a couple of shows that I'll be doing in Tanzania,
Oh, okay.
mainland Tanzania. Yeah. And what else?
Skit.
What else? The skits, listen, let me, hey, I've got big plans for the skits.
Nah.
I've got, so what, the reason I stopped putting out skits is it was becoming too easy.
Ish.
And now I feel like
No
saying about
challenges.
Georgia band.
No challenge.
Me, I want to do something that makes me nervous.
Yeah.
So basically, if I just wake up and I whip up something. So it's like one of those episodes you watch on TV, SOP, where you're like, what did we just watch?
Yeah.
You're just filling up again.
Yeah.
I was like, let me stop and rethink this. I promise you, in the next few months, I'll be doing something.
Yagcina le mini coupe.
Yeah, actually. I was actually mocking my old man with that. He's a mechanic.
Yeah.
So I was telling him, Nini, akwendeke nithi anathi.
Akwendeke.
Anathi, nini kenteka ningathi, but into ethi, no, into oyibona. Nyalo sefuna bakutshela ukuthi ibhetri kuphi. Oh, I'm driving out. So I was mocking him. I'll be putting out a lot of shows, and yeah, I'm working on something for next year. A lot of content online, good content, really good content. I probably need for that. So it'd be nice to collaborate with other creatives, just do something, and we own it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you watched the Nick Cannon's interview where he was speaking about. I don't know if you know Wild and Out.
Yeah, I know Wild and Out.
He says he put
in MTV.
He says he
on YouTube.
He says in 2004.
Yeah.
He had the concept and he presented it to MTV. And it. And then he said, okay, cool. He put in 100 grand of his own money.
Yeah.
100 grand in 2004.
Hey.
In dollars.
It's a lot of money.
And he says he was 23, 24 at that time.
Yeah.
He put in the 100,000 and he went to show them again. He said he called his comedy friends and friends in the industry. Like, he paid the camera guy and the whatnot. It was very expensive to have these things at that time. It wasn't like this. Yes, it's expensive, but back then it was getting a camera guy, videographer.
Exactly.
And then he put it together and then he showed it to them again. And they said, oh, we see it now.
Yeah.
Then they went with it. It's worth 1.3 billion now. He put in 120,000.
Now it's worth 1.3 billion.
Think about it.
And it's been consistent ever since.
And he says, Nasekabuya, he now owned it.
Yeah.
IP, copyright,
exactly.
Patenta lil gama la Wild and Out. And he now 100% Nasekabuya. So like, yeah, I'm solid now.
I'm solid.
Side of the table. You guys are asking now. So I think we can get to that level where we decide.
Yeah.
Let's put something together. Like you see how McG did the whole there's popcorn and cheese now.
Yeah.
It's still part of that.
It's
now
part
it's
of the whole channel.
They all own it. Bafika bon pop-ups, Bana Robot Boy. Now, but they're coming with their following.
Yeah.
It's a collaboration.
Yes.
Under the whole McG thing. It's a collaboration now. He owns it. McG owns it now.
Yeah.
But it's a collaboration between creatives.
No.
I think we can try that out.
We can.
I'm saying you're saying equipment. Now equipment. Why do I need equipment? Yes, equipment.
Because yabo nje nokhuluma ngani Canon ngibuka how many comedians have actually grown from
Wild and Out.
Wild and Out. What about DC Young Fly? All those guys.
You understand?
They were part of Wild and Out. Some of them even are actors now, like professional actors.
From that. He made that happen.
Yeah.
Imagine the connection that he's growing now. He'll never starve.
He'll never.
His kids will never starve. Yes, he's got 300 kids, but they'll never starve.
They'll never starve.
Same thing with, if we build for the future, collaborate. I promise you, we've got all the things we need to sit on the other side of the table. And my corporates, yeah, we've got the number.
Yeah.
Your page has 10,000. Ours combined is 3 million. What are you saying? I was puppies, but possible. Hey, my corporates, they don't. Corporates want things that will align with what they're doing.
Yeah.
True. Because it's like crazy. It's principle 8. What are you bringing to the table?
Yeah.
Except the jokes. Yeah, I hear the jokes, but I want numbers.
Yeah.
If you don't have the numbers,
Engagement.
they don't do things because they love us.
Makes sense.
I've said it.
You've said it.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for having
me
on the podcast. You guys are doing an amazing job here. Keep it consistent. We'll support you guys.